Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya. Bhagavati Tamashlake Bhaktir Bhavati Maishtiki. Krishna Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namaha Pankajalabhaya Namaha Pankajamalini Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavat Gita as it is, Chapter 1, entitled Observing the Armies on the Battlefield of Kuruksetra. Reading from text 39 through the end of the chapter to text 46. Text 39. Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam kshritnam adharmo abhibhavatyuta. Translation: with the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. Text 40. Adharmabhibhavat Krishna pradyushyanti kulashtriya strishtu dushtashu varshneya jayate varna sankaraha. Translation: when irreligion is prominent in the family, O Krishna, the women of the family become polluted, and from the degradation of womanhood or descendant of Vrishni comes unwanted progeny. Text 41. Shankara narakayaiva kulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro hiesham lupta pindodaka kriya. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performance for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. Text 42. Dosharite kulagnanam varnashankara karakai utsadyante chati dharma kuladharmascha shashvataha. By the evil deeds of those who destroy the family tradition and thus give rise to unwanted children, all kinds of community projects and family welfare activities are devastated. Text 43. Utsanna kuladharmanam manushyanam janardana narake niyatam vaso bhavati iti anushruma. O Krishna, maintainer of the people, I have heard by displic succession that those who destroy family traditions dwell always in hell. Text 44. Aho, aho bata mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam yadrajya sukhalobhena hantum swajanam udyataha. Alas, how strange it is that we are preparing to commit greatly sinful acts. Driven by the desire to enjoy royal happiness, we are intent on killing our own kinsmen. Text 45. Yadimam apratikaram ashastram shastrapanayah dhartarashvarane hanyas tanme kshemataram bhavet. Better for me if the sons of Dhritarashtra, weapons in hand, were to kill me unarmed and unresisting on the battlefield. Text 46. Sanjaya Vacha Evam Uktvarjuna Sankhye Rathopastha Upavisast Vishrujya Sasharam Chapam Shoka Samvigna Manasaha. Translation. Sanjaya said, Arjuna, having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta Swami purports and translation to the first chapter of the Srimad Bhagavat Gita in the matter of observing the armies on the battlefield of Kuruksetra. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimati Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaura Katha Thamadaya Nagara Gramatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Jai Vishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So these few verses that I read, I started off, I thought that we can complete the entire chapter today because the theme of Arjuna's arguments is the same from text 39 to text 46, to the end of the chapter. It is the same about destroying family lineage. This is the final reasoning that Arjuna is giving, that it is completely immoral for us to engage in something like this ghastly warfare, because the resultant activity of this ghastly warfare, Arjuna is trying to explain that when we kill the men of the family, then what happens is that the women of the family become unprotected. Unprotected means, as according to Shastra, women are always to be sheltered and protected so that nobody can take undue advantage of, the simplicity and the innocence of women. Because by nature, it's not that women, because they are inferior or because they are, less important or anything like that they need protection. No. Srila Prabhupada explains that they need protection because they have such simple hearts. They are very innocent creatures by nature. And that's the reason why they should be always under proper shelter and proper guidance so that they are not being taken undue advantage of. That is the mode in which, it is said that women should always be under proper shelter. So when the men of the family who are the well-wishers of the women in the family, when such men, when a battle happens, at that time the men are the ones who come to fight, and if all the men, because all the soldiers who are coming to fight, they will die. Arjuna knows that very well, that if he enters the battlefield, then no one can stand in front of Arjuna. Even Arjuna knows this as a fact. So Arjuna is saying that if I kill all these men, then the women of their particular families, they will become unprotected. And when women become unprotected, then unscrupulous men, they will come and take advantage of such unprotected women. And when they come and do that, they will, religion will become prominent, the women of the family will become polluted, the degradation of womanhood, unwanted progeny will come, because unscrupulous men, they will be on the lookout for such easy targets. So when women are not properly protected, the society just is under complete degradation. So Arjuna is then later on saying in text 41 that an increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life for both the family and for those who are destroying the family lineage, the family traditions. So the ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because there is no offerings, that of food and water, which is called very famously as the Pindadan. Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport that, how Pindadan ceremony is definitely important. And this is, of course, according to the Karma Kanda way of, life. It is said that for Vaishnavas, Pindadan is actually not a necessity. Not a necessity. But if it is done, it's very good. So Lord Chaitanya himself, when he was present on this planet, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself performed the Pindadan ceremony for his father, Sri Jagannath Mishra, in Gaya. And it is said that if you do the Pindadan ceremony in Gaya for your father or for your forefathers, then there is no need to do it every year. Generally at the death anniversary, we do this, in the Vaishnava culture, what we have learned from Srila Prabhupada and the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, especially His Grace Jananivas Prabhu, he always mentions that Srila Prabhupada told him personally also that the best way that we can Pindadan, what basically is Pindadan is that we are offering Mahaprasad of the Supreme Lord to the departed soul. That's basically, in a nutshell, what this Pindadan ceremony is, of offering the oblations of food and water to the forefathers. This is what it is, to give them prasad. So Jananivas Prabhu would always say to us in Mayapur, he said, if anyone, any of the devotees' parents would leave their body or anything, Jananivas Prabhu would always say this one statement by Srila Prabhupada. He would say that, give a Vaishnava feast, a feast for all the Vaishnavas. And when we feed the Vaishnavas, it is, almost equivalent to feeding the entire world. When the entire world is fed, it is as good as feeding the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because Krishna himself says that when the devotees eat, it is me who is the one who is getting satisfaction. When the devotees eat, when the devotees honor prasadam. And when we offer it to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, if Krishna eats, then everyone in this world will anyways get satisfied. As Krishna himself proved by that beautiful pastime when Durvasa Muni, after the Pandavas were exiled into the forest, Durvasa Muni once visited Hastinapur, and Duryodhan took such good care of Durvasa Muni. And he took so good care, he fed him, and, actually Durvasa Muni doesn't eat so much himself, but he travels with thousands of his disciples, and his disciples are the ones who actually eat the feast. So they were served so, royally in the palace of Duryodhan, And Duryodhana was so cunning, so horrible, that while Durvasa Muni was about to leave, Duryodhana told Durvasa Muni that, my dear Durvasa Muni, very nearby in the forest, my elder brother Yudhishthir and his brothers and Mother Draupadi, they are all in the forest. Why don't you please pay a visit to them and give them also your mercy? Duryodhana was so bad. So he requested Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni said, yes, why not? I will definitely give mercy to Yudhishthir. He is very dear to me and the Pandavas. Of course I will go and see them. So Draupadi, Mother Draupadi, she actually was blessed by something called as the Akshaya Patra. She had this benediction that she had a magical pot that would give any amount of prasadam, and it would yield any amount of prasadam. If she could feed even thousands and thousands and thousands of people, that prasadam would not deplete. It would never get over. But if she eats that day, as soon as she finishes eating, then that day's quota would get over. So that's why Mother Draupadi would always be the last one to eat. And Duryodhana knew this. And therefore, Duryodhana gave them such a time to Durvasa Muni that you go around this time, because otherwise they stay busy during the day. So you go at this time so they'll be able to serve you nicely. That's how cunning Duryodhana was. And then when Durvasa Muni and his thousands of disciples came to the forest to Pandavas and to Mother Draupadi, they all offered obeisances, and Durvasa Muni said, okay, we are going to go take bath and we'll come back and we'll honor prasadam, keep everything ready. So then Yudhishthir and the brothers, they got very tensed, and then Draupadi, they rushed to the hut, and they saw that Mother Draupadi had already honored her prasadam, and that pot was completely empty. There was nothing. So then, Mother Draupadi, she just closed her eyes and immediately said, Hey Krishna, Hey Govinda, and immediately Krishna arrived. He just manifested in that hut. And as soon as Krishna arrived, Mother Draupadi said, Krishna, this is the situation that we are in. Please help us. And then, Draupadi said, okay, Krishna said, okay, what can I do? I am feeling hungry. So what do you have? So then Draupadi said, in this whole pot, I can see there's only one grain of rice that is left. So then Krishna said, give me that. That is more than enough. So then Krishna took that rice and he ate it. And as soon as he ate it, Krishna just burped as if he was full. And he ate it and he said, oh, Draupadi, you've cooked so nicely. And not only am I satisfied, the entire world would be satisfied right now. So like this, Durvasa Muni, because Krishna ate, so Durvasa Muni and all of his, followers, his disciples, they also became full immediately, completely satisfied. And then they got out of the waters of the lake and they said, Hare, we are all so full. We've got no place in our stomach, so how can we eat anything? So let's go away from here, because otherwise Yudhishthir Maharaj and everyone, they'll feel so bad that we are not able to honor anything in their house. So let us leave from here. So they just left. And they did not stay back. And, this is how it is explained that if Krishna is satisfied, then the entire world will be completely satisfied. So when we do this Pindadan, when Pindadan is done, this prasad this bhoga is first offered to Krishna. He accepts it, and then it is offered to the forefathers and the ancestors. So Srila Prabhupada, he said that when we offer the feast that is offered first to Krishna, when we offer Vaishnavas prasad, Mahaprasad of Lord Vishnu, that is equivalent to offering Pindadan. That is how Srila Prabhupada has mentioned this. So, but there is, again, just bringing up this point that there is really nothing wrong in doing the Pindadan ceremony, but there is no need for Vaishnavas to do so, because their lives are anyways meant, they are leading a very pure life. So it is said that the benediction that Prahlad Maharaj received from Lord Nrsingadev, that the forefathers and the coming generations also, Krishna personally takes care of such family. So therefore it is up to us how strict devotees, how sincere devotees we can become, so that Krishna will take care of our families. So moving on, text 42-43, all of these verses, Arjuna is completely lamenting. He is just saying that how, Krishna, how can we live like this? That if we are destroying family traditions, if we are destroying an entire family, and if we are, giving rise to unwanted children, Varna Shankara. Varna Shankara means unwanted progeny. When we, mother and father, when girl and boy get married, becoming parents is a very, very huge responsibility. The parents they have a great responsibility towards the society that they are in, that they should know that what their responsibility is, that they are coming together is for the purpose of giving the society good, future. And future comes by our children. They are the future. So when we are giving, such a responsibility is given upon our shoulders, we should be so careful how to execute such responsibility. And that is why Arjuna is taking it upon himself. He is saying that I cannot destroy such family lineage, such family traditions. Then I will be the destroyer of all of those, innocent women, and because of that, the unwanted progeny coming in. All of those reasons, they will come, all of that effect, the reason will be me. I will be the cause of, creating all of this, unwanted things, disturbance in the society. It is so shameful for me, Krishna. I cannot do that. And in text 43, Arjuna is addressing again Krishna as Janardana, that, O maintainer, you are the maintainer, Krishna. How can you tell me to kill and slay such people? I cannot do that. And he's saying that, it is okay. It is, Arjuna finally in text 45, the last thing he's saying to Krishna, that I don't mind, Krishna, if let the sons of Dhritarashtra come and with weapons in their hand, let them attack me, and me weaponless, I will, take their onslaughts. I will not retaliate. Let them come and kill me. I don't care. But, I cannot, engage in such heinous acts of killing and destroying family lineages, Krishna. Don't tell me to do this. I cannot do this. And then text 46, Arjuna, he cast aside, he kept his bow and arrows on the side, and he sat down on the chariot. And his mind was so disturbed. And, it is explained that how, this is a very, very great moment for the Bhagavad Gita scene setting, because Arjuna, he had actually vowed that he would kill anyone whoever suggested that he should, put down his bow. His bow is famously known as the Gandiva. So Arjuna had said that if anyone tells me to keep my Gandiva down, then I want to kill such a person. So it is explained that, also later sometime in the battle, actually what happened is one time that Karna, he defeated and was severely, he had injured Yudhishthir at one point in the battlefield. And then Karna, he actually taunted Yudhishthir, saying that you are not even a Kshatriya. You should learn how to fight. See how easily I have defeated you. I'm not even going to bother to kill you. Like this, Karna was, hurling ridicule after ridicule to Maharaj Yudhishthir. And when Arjuna heard that Maharaj Yudhishthir was very badly injured, he immediately left what he was doing. He was also engaged in the battle, and he immediately went to Yudhishthir Maharaj's tent. And upon hearing that when Yudhishthir Maharaj heard that Arjuna had come to see him and he left the battlefield, Yudhishthir Maharaj, he said that he actually thought that because Arjuna had come to see him in his tent, he thought that Arjuna had come after killing Karna and avenging Yudhishthir Maharaj's honor, and Arjuna had come to inform Yudhishthir Maharaj that I have avenged you, that I have killed Karna. For that reason, Yudhishthir Maharaj thought that he was coming, but that wasn't true. Arjuna actually just came because he was very much concerned for his elder brother's safety. And when Yudhishthir Maharaj saw Arjuna, he said, so have you killed Arjuna? Have you killed Karna? And you've come to have you avenged me? You've come to share that good news, Arjuna. Then Arjuna said, no, I did not kill Karna. I actually just came to see you because you were so hurt. And Yudhishthir Maharaj became so angry. He was so furious. And he said, you left the battlefield even without killing Karna? How can you do this? It's better that you give up your Gandiva. And then, hearing this, Arjuna became so angry, and he thought, how dare Yudhishthir Maharaj suggest that I give up my Gandiva? How can I do this? But I have actually vowed to kill anyone who suggests that, I should give up my Gandiva, so what should I do? So then Krishna immediately came to Arjuna's rescue, and Krishna said that you have to kill Yudhishthira. It is your vow, but kill him by insulting him. Kill him with your words. Because for a Kshatriya, an insult is worse than death. So as Yudhishthira Maharaj was sitting down over there, he was regretting, how he also spoke to Arjuna. Arjuna very angrily came to him and he said, you say that I am a coward because I left the battlefield without killing Karna, but look what you have done. You looked on our own wife Draupadi, who was insulted. I could have, actually killed the entire kingdom right then and there, but you did not allow me. You're not even a man. You're not this. You're not that. You're not fit to even be a king. You're not fit to be a husband. You're not fit to be a brother. Like this, Arjuna was insulting Yudhishthir Maharaj so much. And then as soon as, Yudhishthir Maharaj was sitting also, he was accepting all of this criticism coming from Arjuna. And then after Arjuna finished saying all of this, he immediately went and touched Maharaj Yudhishthir's lotus feet. And he said, my dear brother, please forgive me, because I had made this vow that I would kill anyone who tells me to give up my Gandiva bow. That's why I had to hurl all these insults at you, so that I can kill you by, words. Please forgive me. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj, of course, hugged him and said that even I am sorry that, I forgot that you came to me out of just a brotherly affection, and I'm sorry that I also shouted at you. So it ended all very nicely. But nevertheless, giving up the Gandiva bow was such a severe thing for Arjuna to do, that Arjuna is inseparable. He would never let the Gandiva go from his hand. And here, in the last verse, we are seeing that Arjuna kept the Gandiva bow on the side. That means how much mentally anguished Arjuna is. He is so disturbed right now that he doesn't even care that he's actually giving up his own Gandiva bow. And he's, letting it on the side, setting it on the side. So how much disturbed Arjuna is. And then when we start with chapter 2, we will see that actually after the first few verses, Arjuna says that, my dear Krishna, I am actually totally confused. By my own arguments, I am confused. So now, therefore, I am surrendering unto you, and you instruct me. So like this, Arjuna is, we are going through with the dilemma of Arjuna about his dilemma, whether he should fight or not. And right now in Arjuna's mind, he is seeing nothing but distress, anxiety, fear, helplessness. This is the kind of mind frame that Arjuna is right now at this point in the Bhagavad Gita. That he is so disturbed that how can he kill his own kinsmen? How can he kill his own relatives? So like this, Srila Prabhupada, by his mercy, we have all these beautiful analogies available to us. We're so grateful for Srila Prabhupada's enlightening Bhaktivedanta purports and translations. With this, we'll end here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. If there's any questions, comments, or reflections, we can take that now.
Mataji, this is Jugnu. I had just one quick question. So, Mataji, Pindadan is the same as a Shraddha ceremony?
Yes, it is. Shraddha ceremony or Pindadan is the same thing.
And so, So for Vaishnavas, if a devotee passes away, there is no need to do such a ceremony?
It is said that there is no need. Yes.
Okay. But
there is no need. Because the Vaishnava, actually a Vaishnava who has passed away, he has, his entire life had prasad. So, his prasad is given to such people. It's as I said in the class also, it is basically karmakanda because people don't generally take Vishnu Prasad while they're living. So Prabhupada would always ridicule the system. He would say that at least when they're dead, they can get Vishnu Prasad. So why not you should start eating Vishnu Prasad when you're alive and in this body,